I apologize. My Frenchies are going a little crazy.
We don't hear them.
Oh, great, great. All right, let's see here. All right, so I'm going to go right here to enroll.
Can y'all see the screen?
Can y'all see the screen, Miss Sheila?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
cool. Okay, so I'm going to enroll right here. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if there's several leaders in the room that might help other people out on their team. Let me give an example. Miss Julie Tabor. I don't think she's on the call, but Crystal and I help her out a lot. So as you're helping people out, and sometimes you're signing into their personal account and stuff, you always have to make sure that when you go to sign somebody up, that as you can see right here, it says your sponsor and it has my name. Okay. So you see up under placement information, if your upline has told you something different than what I'm telling you, just go with what they say. But for me, we always love to leave them in the placement queue right there, because what that does is that gives you about 28, 29 hours to place somebody. And that way you don't have to make a decision right then. You can go ahead and get them in. They just sit in the queue. So you confirm that.
Hey,
Bear with me.
Jeff,
Yes, ma'am.
can you go back and show them how to make sure that they're putting the person under the right sponsor in case they're signing someone up for one that's downline from them? You
Absolutely,
understand what I'm
absolutely. Oh,
saying?
yeah. Can you see my little arrow going
Yes,
around in the middle? Okay.
yes.
So right here it says your sponsor and it has my name. You can, if you're trying to help somebody out, you can always if they're on your downline, you can't do it for anybody cross line or anything else. Like I couldn't do it for Miss Darling. I couldn't help her out and sign somebody up for her. But you can always click not the correct sponsor, search here, and you can put in somebody's brand partner ID number, and you can actually sign somebody up and give somebody else credit for that sponsor on your site. But guys, you always want to make sure, especially if you're dealing with multiple sites, that you're always clearing your cache, because you always want to do that. Because if not, I don't know if anybody else has ever um, maybe been sent a link or either got on and it might say shopping with, and maybe somebody else. One day it told me it said shopping with Gracie Turner. Gracie Turner is, I think she's like one of Kim's uplines. So, obviously, we've never been in Miss Gracie's account, but somehow, some way, I've probably clicked on some kind of link that people have shared. And you always want to check these things, because if not, somebody else is going to get credit for that. And we had that happen. Somebody, I'm not going to say who it was, but somebody had just had a link sent to them, and they saved that link and they thought that it was the correct link for them. So they didn't ever go in to their partner co site. And what they were doing is just copy and pasting that link, copy and pasting that link. And then when they showed me what they were doing, I saw that it said shopping with, and it said another lady's name. And I told her real quickly, I said, you need to delete this link and you need to reach back out to everyone that you've sent it to, because if they click on it, they're shopping with this other person. That other person is going to get credit for it. So ways to check the link. Okay, this is something that me and Crystal always do. And once again, if your upline tells you something different, then go with that. But Crystal and I always check links off of each other. So we'll send them to each other just to make sure they're correct. And also something else that Crystal and I do, and I know other people, I know a lot of times we do training for smart links. So if other people tell you that you need to create a bunch of smart links in your back office, then do whatever they say. Crystal and I don't keep a whole lot of smart links, if any, in our back office, because it's almost just as easy for us just to create a new one real quick to make sure it works. because even if I have one in my back office, a smart link, before I would send it out anyway, I would always double check it. Because listen, this is technology, this is a system. Systems can sometimes go wacky sometimes and they can fail. So you don't ever want to send somebody. And plus, smart links expire. And I've heard different expiration dates. I've heard 6 months, I've heard a year, but I also do know that one expired on me that was barely over 90 days. So I don't know exactly the timeline, but I would. It's just better to be safe than sorry, and just kind of send somebody else a smart link to kind of maybe check it out first. All right, so let's confirm right here that I am the sponsor, and choose your products. I don't know why it spins for a while when you share your screen. Okay, so these are not the products that I'm going to need for her. So I'm going to go to shop all, and you can go up top and search where keyword. So I am looking for two drops and two MOA. I'm looking for two drops and two MOA. I think it is going to be 200 PV right here. The slenderized MOA 2 pack. It's 2 boxes of drops and 2 boxes of MOA. So I will add this, add it to my bag, and I will not continue shopping. So I'm going to X out of that, and I'm going to go to next. And so it's showing that the business tools are $29.95. So that will stay populated for right now. But this is something that I want to show you. I was telling Miss Sheila that this is a doozy and this is a special case. But the longer that you're in this, you might have to do some special cases. So with this lady, I'm not going to set her up a subscription because she's not going to do anything with her personal card ever online. So I'm not going to do that. And listen, guys, I know this. I know the reason we want to get subscriptions. I understand all that good stuff. I'm just telling you, if you've never seen it happen, when you try to push people, it stresses people out and it overwhelms people. And so you don't ever want to be pushy. You don't ever want to try to finagle somebody into doing something because it usually comes back and they're frustrated or bitter at you. So you always want to treat people with respect because and be clear with them and upfront because clear is kind always. So proceed without subscription right here. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, guys, you can see, look on the right where my arrow is. Okay, I have the Slenderized, 2 boxes of drops, 2 boxes of MOA, 349. Partner Co Magazine, 0. Okay, so you see digital business tools, 0. So I need to bring some attention to this because several weeks ago, for those 6 weeks, people were just going crazy because they didn't understand it. It's always going to say 29.95 after you click on what you want. When you click on the digital business tools, it's always going to say 29.95. It's never going to populate to $0 until you get here. And then I also want to tell you this. I don't know why it does it, but don't stress out. Don't get overwhelmed. For whatever reason, during the free promotions, during the free enrollment, it always has two digital business tools. It has the regular one that it populates as 0, and then it says a free one. I don't know why it has 0. They're not signing up twice. They're only signing up once. So don't stress yourself out about it. It's gonna, but always know, and especially if you're sending links to somebody, try to make sure that you give them as much information as possible. But something that Crystal and I try to do is for us, it's just as easy to spend 7 or 8, 9 minutes with somebody, signing them up if we're available and they can do it then, instead of sending them a link, hoping that they take a look at it and hope they sign up. That way we can explain everything, but make sure that you're communicating with everybody, especially the new brand partners on your team that might not be on the call. That it says 29.95 because that's going to be the first question you get. Somebody's going to immediately text or call you and say, "I thought y'all said it was free enrollment." And then you just say, "Sweetheart, it is free enrollment." You have to get to the next page before you actually see that. Okay, so it says business address right here. So what I'm doing And I'm not going to. We're recording right now, so I'm not going to put all the information here. I just want to kind of explain because this is a special case. So right here, business address. I'm going to put Miss Marlene's address in Indiana. I'm going to put all her information right here: her phone number, her date of birth, her email, create a password. I'm going to do all this for her right there, and then shipping details. I'm going to click use business address as shipping. But watch this, guys. This is the kicker. And listen, nobody has to do this. This is totally your prerogative. If you don't want to do it, listen, to each his own. So right here, I'm going this lady has already sent me a check. So what I've done is I've already taken a picture of that check. It is in my bank account, and I'm going to put my card information right here. And I'm not going to, you see right here at the bottom, right around next, I'm not going to save this payment information for faster checkout. So it's just going to be a one time purchase with my card. And this lady has verbally committed to give it 90 to 120 days. But you guys know that sometimes people tell us one thing and then they do another. So I can't speak for what she's going to do next month. All I'm trying to do now is do the best way to accommodate her to get her 2 boxes of drops, two MOA, get 200 PV, make 30% new volume bonus off of it. So I will put my name on the card right here, card number, all this. And then what I do is I will go to next. And I can't go to the next page right now because all the next thing is just making sure that I'm seeing, double checking all the orders. But guys, this is something that is totally your prerogative. You do it. I know Crystal and I, we have a lot of people that 20% of our team is people in recovery. So a lot of our people in recovery are they're either in, when you start dealing with people in ministry, if there's ministers on the line right now, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but a lot of times when you're dealing with ministry, sometimes there's higher paying ministry jobs than others, and sometimes there's lower paying ministry jobs. Crystal and I deal with a lot of people in the lower paying ministry jobs, like they work at faith based nonprofits, not for profits, and so a lot of times people might not have a credit card balance they can put on a credit card, or they might be using a Chime card or a Cash App card or a Venmo card, and they might not even have a bank account. So the longer that you're in this business, the one thing that you're going to really understand is that you want to take advantage of everyone that wants to place an order, and sometimes you have to get creative. I know Miss Kim Gray is probably one of the most creative people that I've ever met. Everybody else that are probably senior officer and above are using text messaging apps and things like that. They're using what is it, Project Broadcast and all that. And listen, Crystal and I are using Project Broadcast, but old Kim Gray, she'll pick up her phone and she'll send 1,064 personal text messages out every day. And why does she do that? She doesn't do that because she doesn't have anything else to do. She does that because she's getting creative. And she knows that sometimes if she sends a voice recording, people need to hear her voice. And but guys, I'm telling you all this because this is your business. You do your business however you want to do your business. And it is totally, totally your prerogative. You can do it however you want to. And you can make as many smart links as you want. You can make as many smart links as you want. You can do all the things that you want to do. But my advice to you is the more that you can get creative, it will really, really benefit your business. And so does anybody, Crystal, you got anything to add real quick?
No, I think you don't turn it on me. I'm not camera ready. I think the driving the point of meeting people where they are.
Yeah.
When we came into the business, it Kim came and she met us where we were and worked the business according to the way we wanted to work the business. And we sometimes Jeff and I want it for people a lot more than they want it for themselves, and I think we all can get tied up in that. But I think it's super important to meet people where they are. Not everyone has a credit card they can slam down on the table. So I think this is very applicable teaching because you guys are going to run into all kind of people. and we have to have the platinum rule versus the golden rule.
Yes.
The platinum
Yes.
rules treat people the way they want to be treated, instead of treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yes. And the thing that I love about this company is, man, we're always talking about faith. We're always talking about God. We're always talking about spiritual things. And as ministers, me and my wife, we love that. But I think sometimes the toughest thing for Christian people to understand is they read their Bible and it says to love the Lord your God with all your heart, strength, soul. And then it tells you to love your neighbor as yourself. To love your neighbor as yourself, it's different than you can't treat people as you want to be treated. You got to treat people how they want to be treated. And I think that getting creative and doing these things, meeting people where they are. Listen, when Crystal and I first came in, I I got really overwhelmed because I had kind of one group of people that was kind of connected to us. And man, they were people were going ultimate left and right, man. 30 packs, 8 and 8 packs were being sold. And we had people that were coming in that could barely afford a box of drops. But the thing that we did is we treated those people that bought one box of drops just as important as the people that bought 30 boxes of drops. And I'm telling you, when you start to do that, you build this connection and community with people, and then they start to reach out to you. And they it makes it easier for them to follow the things you're trying to teach them when you treat everybody just as important. But guys, we love you so very much, Miss Kim. I know you and Mr. Eric are getting geared up for this weekend. Any words of wisdom that you want to leave us with tonight?
Yes, guys, please take advantage of this free membership. I just told Eric I have just signed up two people that I don't even know because I have put this out. I have sent out text messages to everyone on my phone, everyone in my contacts about the free enrollment. I helped
Yeah.
another lady that's on this call. I told her to do the same thing. She's had her phone is blowing up within the past 2 or 3 hours. So, guys, please try to get people to sign up with this free enrollment and take advantage of it. Also, when we go Saturday, for the ones that's not going to be there, you let someone know that you would want to know about the special packages that they're going to have for the event. I
Yes.
think Dan is going to let it run until the weekend, for the weekend. So just be, they always do packages for the event, for the Birmingham event. So just keep, and everybody, needs to, that's going to be there, make sure they send that out to their downline. I
Yeah.
sure am.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Anybody else? You got something, Sheila?
Yeah, one more thing. Excuse me, you were talking about the digital tools show up as a charge and then they're listed twice as zero. I'm almost positive that the reason the company's got it in there as the digital tools and then free digital tools is so they can keep track of how
Mm.
successful promotions were
Yeah.
on their end of things.
That's exactly it. Yeah, definitely. And it just it freaks people out as they're going through and registering, and they still see that 29.95. So but yeah, they're just it's listen, this is a business. It's systems. They're running data and research, so they're trying to figure out how many people, like Kim's talking about, how many people take advantage of this, man. Because it's you hear Todd say it all the time. It's a no brainer to kind of come in for 29.95, but it's really a no brainer to not even come in for like just the minimum one PV, whether it's a bar of soap or whatever, and then kind of at least get your feet wet. But guys, we love you guys so much, and hopefully we'll see a large amount of you at the Birmingham Connect, guys. It's going to be a great event. I know super excited about all the speakers and just the content and just people that are taking time. Like Kim and Eric always do. They're driving up, burning the midnight oil, man, driving nonstop all the time. But man, we have people that are coming in from out of state, people that are rearranging schedules to come just so they can be speakers, because they know how powerful Alabama is. And the thing that I see Miss Candace said she's super excited about Saturday. But guys, I think corporate knows how special and powerful Alabama is, and we with our some of our super top leaders in Alabama with Coach Palmer and Kim Gray and Miss Andrea and stuff like that. Like we have some top notch studs that are in the business that are our leaders, and one of them is sitting on this call right now. So, guys, we love you so much, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday. And Sheila, I want to make sure everybody knows Kim and Eric Gray are giving away free hugs Saturday. Kim and Eric Gray are giving away free hugs. Please get a free hug from Kim and Eric Gray. And Eric needs to take a picture with somebody. I can already tell.
I just wanted to tell y'all the Zoom is going right now. You do click your own link in your Partner Code Share app to get on there. So as soon as you jump off here, jump on there.
Yes. All right, guys, we love y'all. Y'all have a great one. Okay, see y'all Saturday.
Good job. Thank you, Jeff.
Yes,
Hey,
ma'am.
y'all.